Hey guys, how's it going? I've got something to show you today. This is a box set of flipbooks. These are 9 hardbound flipbooks from Disney's 9 Old Men. The 9 Old Men, it's a nickname for the original 9 Disney animators. So these are the artists who were responsible for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Bambi, Fantasia, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Peter Pan. And what's cool is that the animation is in its original hand-drawn form. So I'm really excited to check this out. I have not seen these yet. I'm also going to give away one of these box sets, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you could win it. I also have some cool news to share with you, so stick around for that. All right, let's get this opened up. So I didn't even realize that these were available. I ran across them on Amazon just totally by coincidence, but I mean the copyright on here is 2012. The box is really nice. Like I said, it's heavy. Okay, so yeah, the fact that that copyright says 2012 makes me feel like I'm really a little bit late to the game here. If you do want to get your own set of these, I'll put a link in the video description to Amazon where you can get these. It's a nice box. So let's go through. Okay, so each of the animators here. So there's a flip book for each one of the original 9, and so it's got this introduction by Pete Docter, and then it looks like there is some information about each one of the animators. This is going to be really cool to read. I'm excited to read this. Let me see what Pete Docter says. I love flipbooks. So, okay, this is really cool. I totally agree with this. I love flipbooks. In today's age where it takes a computer to unlock a door, you can bring characters to life with nothing but paper in your hands. That's what I love about flipbooks. That's why I'm so in love with flipbooks, because they're so simple. All it takes is a paper and pencil, and you can actually animate something and bring something to life. So I'm totally agree with what he says there. But this looks really cool. I'm excited to go through and read this. Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is cool. This is an example of an X sheet. So this is how you plan out your animation frame by frame. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Okay, let's check out the first one. We'll go here in order. Let's do Ollie Johnson. Oh, this is cool. You can even see the little registration marks and stuff. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, and so these flip from back to front. Okay, so because these are larger size books, it's a little harder to flip it at real-time speed and see it very well, especially on camera. So I'm just going to flip these slower. I want to just mention one thing here. I'm adding this in after the fact. The booklet talks about how animation took a team of artists. In addition to the animator, there were animator assistants filling in the in-between frames, and other teams of cleanup artists who tied down and cleaned up all the drawings. And it's that cleaned up version that's presented in these flipbooks. As the booklet says, it took a team of artists, but each scene was led by the vision and skill of a single animator. Ah, these drawings are so good. They're so good. So you can see there's like a little stamp there. Production number 2002, scene or sequence 4. Sequence 4.1, scene 35. Okay, so this works really well to flip these and see the animation in slow motion like that. You could also go through. You could kind of look at flip it like that and see the difference page to page. You can see the ears moving there. I think what I'll do with each one of these is I'm going to actually do like a stop motion thing, so you can just see it super clearly, see each of the animations in real time. Just look at that. Isn't that just, man, I wish I could draw like that. Okay, so our next animator here, John Lounsbury. All right, let's see what this one is. Here we go. I remember this shot. It's so cool to see what the original sketches looked like. There he is. All right, we'll do Wes Clark. So this is from Fantasia, obviously. What I always get amazed by, because I do stop motion animation, so I have this puppet that exists. It has joints. It really exists, and I get to manipulate it. Same thing with when you're doing computer animation. You'll have a character in the computer that's rigged and has joints, and you use the controls to animate the character. But when you're doing something like this, hand-drawn animation, it's like you're literally creating something out of nothing. There's nothing there to start with except a blank page and your pencil, and you just have to make this thing exist out of nothing. It's awesome. All right, next up is Wooly Reitherman. Check that out. There's like all these little notes. There's a little note here that says, "Note, inkers, painters, please disregard blue and green reflected light indications." So this is really fun to look at. It's not just seeing their drawings, but it's just their notes and all these extra. I mean, look at that. You can see like these other sketched out things. In seeing the little notes and stuff, kind of seeing what was going on in their mind as they were animating this. That is awesome. Okay, next up, Eric Larson. I love these little, I love the little notes and stuff. So he's getting all snuggling down under his covers. It says, air pocket begins to form, rolls down to the foot of the bed. So as you go, you can see that little air pocket. I wish I knew how long each of these shots took. Because every single one of those drawings, it's like a work of art, every frame. Next we've got Mark Davis, Tinkerbell. I think really, for me, the appeal of these flipbooks is, like, I just want to go through these one frame at a time, you know what I mean? And just kind of flip between each single page and see what notes were left. So these are a lot more than just a flip book for the sake of flipping a flip book, but these are just like you could really go through these one page at a time and just read through all these notes. This is really fascinating. So Tinkerbell is laughing. Oh no. And tips backward. Oh, and look at that impact, all that the fairy dust. I don't know if you can see how that's drawn, but that is really, really cool. Look at that. That's so cool. That's so awesome. So this one is Milt Call. Yeah, I can't wait to sit down and just kind of go through these like one page at a time. Man, that's so great. Look at that. This stuff just blows me away. Okay, so look, this is awesome to see. You can see as the dog is jumping up, you also get some double feet going on because he's starting to, really like his legs are flailing all around. And so one of the best ways to get that feel is just to draw doubles. It's almost like motion blur, but you can see there's like 3 feet there, there's 2 there, there. And as you watch it, that just gives you that impression of the really rapidly moving feet. I feel like I feel very unqualified to be commenting on the animation very much in here. I wish I could just hear them talk about the shot rather than just me talking about the shot because it's so good. I feel like, I'm not worthy. Frank Thomas. Lady and the Tramp, I really, really love the whole look and style and the color in that movie. Oh, and of course, if you're gonna have a shot from Lady and the Tramp, it's got to be this shot. It's the most iconic shot in the whole movie, I think. Man, these are just so good. And last but not least, Ward Kimball. So we've got Tweedledee and Tweedledum there from Alice in Wonderland. These two are they're like a couple of beach balls bouncing around. So this is a really great example of squash and stretch. Look at that squash right there. Yeah, these flipbooks are really cool to look at this way, just to go through just one frame at a time and look at the changes between each frame. And yeah, look at that. Here's a great example of some squish. Yeah, so those are the 9 Old Men flipbooks. This is a really cool set. If you're a fan of Disney, especially the old classic Disney, this is something really neat to have. If you'd like to get a set for yourself, I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the video description below if you want to pick one up for yourself right now. But if you'd like the chance to win your own 9 Old Men box set, just leave a comment below. Tell me which of these flipbooks you liked best and why, and then I'll pick a random winner from the comments and send you your very own box set. Okay, so 2 bits of news. One, I recently spent a week at the factory where my flipbook kits are being manufactured. It was such a cool visit. It was just awesome to be there and to get to oversee things during this final part of the manufacturing process, and I'm just really excited about how they're turning out. They're almost finished, so I know you guys have been waiting for a long time, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's almost ready, so they're finally going to be out soon. They are still available to pre-order if you want one, link below. Number 2, I wanted to tell you guys about something that I have fallen in love with called the Tiny Chef Show. Tiny Chef is on Instagram, YouTube as well. You probably know I'm obsessed with miniatures and stop motion, and so naturally the Tiny Chef Show, I'm totally in love with it. So link below, Tiny Chef Show, go check it out. That's it for today. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.